here in Zoom world. Any sort of lying down. So if you want to bend your knees, put your arms overhead or on your belly or your chest, feel free to do that. All right, and then let's just take a couple of deep breaths. Take an inhale through your nose. Big full breath, and just softly sigh. You can exhale the breath out through the mouth. And let's do that again. Inhale through your nose. Take a breath and exhale out of your mouth. And as you exhale, just let your body soften. And do that one more time. Inhale through the nose, big breath. And let it go. Exhale. And just allow your body to relax as you exhale. And start to steady your breath in and out through your nose. So we're looking for a nice, smooth, even breath. Steady on the inhale. Steady on the exhale. Using the breath to just give the mind a little bit of an anchor, so likes to kind of bop around. And the thoughts will probably still pop up, but the idea is that the thoughts are sort of there in the background, but we're really focusing our attention on the breath, on the sensation of the breath, the sound of the breath, the movement, the belly, the chest. And the idea is that we'll keep this steady breath as we move through the physical asana practice. And when the breath gets away from us, which it might, we just pull the attention back in, steady the breath, smooth it out. So gently moving, wiggle the fingers and your toes. Start to wake yourself back up. Take a stretch, reach the arms overhead. Stretch your legs out. Oh. All right. Just allowing the arms to circle out wide. Appreciate that little easy stretch. Then bend your knees, draw them in. And rock gently side to side. Let's smooth out the low back. All right, come to center and just lift your head up off the floor. Tuck your head in towards your knees. It'll get however close it gets. Just a little extra stretch in the back. And releasing your head back down to the floor. Drop your knees over to the left. Opening the chest, mount your right shoulder down towards the floor. All right, just a couple breaths there. Come on up to the middle, bring the legs back to center. And take them over to the right side. Soften the left shoulder down, easy stretch, easy twist. Nice and easy, bringing the legs back up to center, give them a quick stretch, reach the heels up. We're going to add the block. So, grab your block. There you go. And we're going to put it between the feet, well, your feet, your ankles. Do you have a block, Joe? I think you have a block. It can be anything. It doesn't even really have to be a block necessarily. I mean, you can even, for the purposes of this exercise we're about to do, you can just use like a pillow or something between. Just, it gives your inner thighs something to do so they're hanging on to the blocks. You got to give it a little bit of a squeeze. Hold on to it. Yeah, between your ankles. I had it the widest way and it felt too wide. So then I went to kind of the middle way. So I have them holding it kind of my feet on the sides. All right. So you'll feel your inner thighs. You'll feel your inner thighs squeeze a little bit. They may even feel a little shaky, but that's okay. Let's just have the arms out wide like a T. Although if you feel like your low back needs more support, you can bring your hands down by your hips. Press your low back down into the floor, just for now. All right, so the belly button's pulling back down towards the mat. Squeeze the block, and slowly lower your heels about a third of the way towards the floor. And just relax your face. Right? Soften around your eyes, your mouth. How's your breath? Squeeze the block. Let it go a little lower maybe, but keep your low back on the floor. So drawing the low back down towards the mat. Abs engaged. Squeeze the block. Maybe it gets a little bit lower. It doesn't have to, but just explore. Oh my gosh. Take one more breath. My abs. Bring your block back up towards the ceiling and then release it into your hands. Oh my gosh. Let your legs soften. Maybe a little Supta Baddha Konasana, bringing the soles of the feet together, letting your knees drop out wide. Appreciate your inner thighs right now. Right? You're welcome. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit, I guess, faster. We're gonna just move the legs up and down. So you don't necessarily have to get your feet right above the floor. We're still gonna do the same where we're trying to keep the low back, if not touching the floor, close to the floor, right? We just don't want it to get into a big arch. So we'll keep that action of the belly button pulling back towards the earth, right? And we'll bring the block back, instead of stalling. The block back between our feet and our ankles. And again, arms can be out wide, but if this is a lot for your low back, you can have your hands down by your hips. So just see how it feels. But maybe arms out wide like a T. You can turn the palms to face up, low back to the mat, squeezing the block between your feet, your ankles. Take an inhale. And let's lower the heels, lower them down, and exhale, lift your legs back up. Yeah. And let's do that a few more times. Lower and lift as you exhale. Inhale, lower. And exhale, lift. Press the low back down. Let's do a couple more. Lower and lift. Woo! Here's 5. Oh my gosh. If we can get to 8, let's try. Let's 3 more. Press the low back down and lift it up. And it's okay if it doesn't 100% work out. Lower and lift. And last one. Oh, that block. Why is it so heavy? Lift it up. And you're done. Oh my gosh. Your abs, your inner thighs. I don't know, it's Monday. It just seems like we need to wake things up a little bit. All right, we're gonna sit up. So put your block off to the side. We'll come back to that. You'll be thrilled to know. We'll come back to that. Hug your knees in. Let's roll forward and back a couple of times. Just kind of massages the muscles along the length of the spine, and then we'll sit all the way up. Oh my goodness. That was a little bit harder than I thought it was going to be. It's okay. But we did it. We're here now. All right. Let's stretch it up. Inhale, reach. Maybe lift your chin. Exhale, press the palms. Let's bring the hands down to the heart. Dropping the gaze to the fingertips. Maybe closing the eyes. Setting an intention for practice. So, maybe something comes up when you think about that, or if you had something in mind already. Reminding yourself why you decided to practice tonight. Take an inhale. And soft sigh, exhale. Releasing the hands down. Lift the chin, maybe open your eyes. Turn the palms out. Inhale, stretch up. Interlace the fingers, turning the palms inside out. Press the palms up to the ceiling. Rooting down through the sit bones. So kind of send your sit bones down into the floor. Just take a soft lean, just a little lean, because I want your left sit bone to stay down as you lean over to the right. Just feel the left side stretch and get long. Maybe turn the gaze up towards the ceiling. Come back up to center, press up, inhale. Exhale, root the right sit bone as you lean over to the left. Right, so as you send the right sit bone down, just let that action deepen the stretch. Right, press through the palms, maybe look up. Come back up to center, press up, inhale. Exhale, release it. Relax your shoulders, take a moment. Let's switch the cross. Okay, couple more while we're here. So let's do the opposite interlace and go straight ahead. Turn the palms inside out and press forward. Just let your shoulder blades get super wide on your upper back. Try and move them a little wider away from each other. The chin comes down towards your chest. And we'll sit up, reach the arms up, take an inhale. And exhale, let's bring the hands behind. So let's do the same kind of awkward feeling interlace with the hands behind your back. Reach the knuckles back and down towards the floor. And maybe drop your chin down toward your chest. And just see how that feels. Lift the chest up. As the chin comes down. And if you want to do a half turn, or maybe it's even a quarter turn, your chin towards your right shoulder, and then circle it back down through the center and over towards your left shoulder, just to get a little stretch in the chest. The chest, your neck. All right, gently release. Give the shoulders a little shake. Let's come over onto hands and knees, and we'll do a little bit of cat-cow before we head back into downward facing dog. So let it feel good. Right, take a long inhale to stretch the belly, stretch across the chest. Exhale, pressing the floor away, tucking the tailbone under. Inhale, drawing the heart through. Exhale, shoulder blades wide, tailbone down. Couple more like that. Slow, steady breath. In and out through your nose. Last one. Exhaling. Just a couple of breaths. Take your hips all the way back to child's pose. So give your shoulders a moment, your wrists a moment. Just feel the feels there. Walk your hands a little further forward. See if you can. So your arms are really straight and long. I feel some stretch on the side of the body. Press through the palms. Lift your forearms off the floor. Right, and try and wrap the inner arm, your inner elbow, up towards the ceiling. And as you rotate that up, can you press the index finger knuckle? Can you press the thumb back down into the floor? Take one more breath. All right, slowly try and keep your arms, your hands, all that. Lift up as you inhale. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, and come back into downward facing dog as you exhale. Then once you're in your down dog, take a breath or two to pedal the heels. All right, maybe shake your head. Just, get yourself settled into downward facing dog. And press the hips back. Start to steady your body, steady your gaze. feel free to even have a moment to close the eyes if your mind feels kind of busy. Sometimes it helps to just close your eyes and tune in to the sound of your breath. Inhale forward into your plank pose, shoulders over the wrists. And exhale, lift your hips up and back, down. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale forward to plank. Steady gaze, slightly forward. Exhale. Oh, there's like an imaginary line going back between your feet. Do that 1 more time. Forward, steady gaze, all the way forward. Exhale, bring it back, downward facing dog. And then back to your plank pose. Hold it here for a moment or 2. Tuck the tailbone under, press through the hands. Bring your feet a little closer together. Keep the tailbone tucked and just float your right foot off the floor. Try not to let anything else move. Stay steady. Beautiful. Bring your right foot down, keep your left foot up. Hold it steady. Nice, you guys. Bring that foot down. Lean forward, inhale. Lower to the floor as you exhale. Hug the elbows in. Come all the way down. Oh, the floor feels nice. Reach your hands back. Let's take a round or 2 of Shalabhasana. Curl the tailbone under. Inhale, lift up. Head, chest, feet, knees. Maybe the thighs lift a little off the floor. Come on down. Exhale. Let's interlace the fingers here too. Above the sacrum, the tailbone. Curl the tailbone under. Inhale, lift up. Lift the chest, lift the legs. Maybe float the hands up off your glutes. Yeah, come on down. Okay, switch the interlace. We'll do it 1 more time. Keep the legs kind of close together. Curl the tailbone under. Inhale, lift up. Head, chest, feet, knees, thighs, maybe press the thighs up. Come on down. Beautiful. Take a breath, relax, release your hands. Maybe give the hips a little waggle side to side. All right. Planting your palms by your ribs. Tuck your toes. Take an inhale. On your exhale, you can press to knees plank or straight leg plank. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, take a breath or 2 here. Feel free to sigh your breath out. Shake your head. I just gotta put a little water in my water bottle. Okay, stretch back. Get nice and long, take an inhale. Exhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, walk or jump, bring your feet to your hands. Yes, inhale, lift the chest, come halfway up. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, come all the way up from the glutes to rise, reach up, stretch up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart, take a breath here, inhale. Sigh it out, exhale. Okay, take a sip. Okay. Tadasana. Bring the hands down, turn the palms out, inhale. Stretch up. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold. Inhale, lift the chest, lengthen forward. Exhale, fold back down, empty the breath. Inhale, rise up, firm the glutes, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, pulling the hands through the middle. And let's keep going. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, bend your knees, hands are down, step your right foot back. Let's come down into the low lunge, Anjaneyasana, drop the right knee. Sweep the hands up and overhead, reach for the sky. Maybe bend a little deeper if you want more stretch. Inhale, Release it, exhale, hands come down. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee, turn sideways. Actually, turn all the way around towards the back of your mat. Drop your back knee down towards the floor. So left knee down, inhale, sweep up. Oh, enjoy that stretch. Maybe bend a little deeper, one more breath. And release the hands to the floor. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee, step the front foot back, find your plank, pause. Tailbone to the heel, so you feel your low belly pull in. Take one more inhale. Lean a little forward. Put knees, chest, chin as you exhale. Drop the knees, hips in the sky, chest, chin to the floor. Right, hug the elbows in, hug the rib tips in. Flatten your feet, bring the hips to the mat. Inhale, lift your chest, cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back. All right. Let's lift the right leg up into the air. Inhale, send it up. Exhale, round the spine. Pull your knee in towards your nose. Step your foot between your hands. Anjaneyasana, drop the back knee. Flatten the foot. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, bend in. Hands to the floor. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee. This time turn sideways. Turn the toes to turn out. So they're not really parallel, yeah. Bend into your left knee. Get some stretch there. Walk it back to the first side. Bend into the right knee. And then to the left. Spin around. Face the top of your mat. Drop the right knee down. Flatten the foot. Inhale, sweep up. Lift the hip bones up. Maybe bend a little deeper. And then release it. Hands come down. We're going to step forward, top of the mat. Step your right foot up. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, come all the way up. Push and fold right back down. As you exhale, spread your wings. Empty the breath. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees, hands down, left foot. Step it back. Drop the back knee. Flatten your foot. Inhale, reach up. Send the tailbone down. Tuck the back toes. Lift your back knee up off the floor. Press down into the front foot to lift your knee up. Yes. Send the tailbone down and try and straighten your back leg. A little or a lot. Lift the chest up. Press the upper arms back. Take an inhale. Exhale, release the hands down. Whew. Take a breath. Turn sideways. Turn the toes out. Let's bend into the left knee. Bend into the right knee. Bend into the left knee. All right, good. Turn. Face the back of your mat. So your left leg is forward. Flatten the back foot. Drop the back knee. Flatten the back foot. There we go. Sweep up Anjaneyasana. Yeah. Hip bones lifting. Engage the low belly. Tuck the back toes. Press into the left foot. Pick your right knee up off the floor. Crescent pose. Hips lifting. Press the upper arms back as you hug the ribs in. Take one more breath. Lift your heart to the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the hands down. Step the front foot back. Find your plank. Tailbone under. All right, lengthen the heart forward. Good. Let's do knees, chest, chin one more time. Drop the knees. Chest, chin to the floor. Hug the belly in. Hug the elbows in. Flatten your feet. Melt the hips down. Lift the chest up. Cobra. Maybe lift a little higher this time if you want to. And right back to down dog. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Okay. Lift your left leg up. Take an inhale. Exhale, round the spine. Pull the knee forward. Step your foot between your hands. Come straight into crescent pose this time. Bend the back knee a little bit. Come on up. Lengthen through the tailbone. Reach for the ceiling. Lift the heart. Yes. How's your breath? Oh my goodness. Bring your hands to your heart. And let's turn sideways with your hands just up. Yes. So turn to the side. Yes. Hands to your heart. Here we go. So let's bend into the right knee. Is that what I meant? Yeah, right knee. Okay, good. Bend into the left knee. I'm like, did I say the right thing? No, I did. Okay, good. Bend into your right knee again. Awesome. And then we'll pivot with our hands off the floor. It's a little more awkward that way. And sweep it up. Bend the back knee so you can lift your hip bones up. Right? As you reach your arms up and overhead, can you mount the shoulder blades down and lengthen up through the pinky edges? Beautiful. Take one more breath. Maybe the back leg gets a little bit straighter. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down. Let's step the back foot forward, top of the mat. Inhale, lift the chest, come halfway up. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, firm the glutes, come all the way up. And bring your hands to your heart. Take a breath, inhale. And soft side, exhale. Relax your shoulders. Okay, good. Release the hands down. Let's take an A sun salute. Turn the palms out, inhale, reach. Exhale, up and over, we fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, step back. You can jump back if you like. And we'll take a vinyasa of your choosing. So you can do these chest chin again. You can chaturanga to upward facing dog if you like. Downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths here. Press evenly through your hands. As much as you're hugging the tricep in, can you press the thumb down? Press the index finger knuckle. One more breath. Stretch your hips up and back. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, walk, jump, feet to hands. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we rise. Sweep it all the way up. Exhale. Bring in your hands to your heart. Awesome. Release the hands down. Relax your shoulders. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend. Utkatasana. Inhale, reach up. Good. Send the tailbone down. Send the tailbone down. Good. Hug the rib tips in. Gently lift your heels up off the floor. Yes. Right. Slowly up to stand. Heels lifted. Right. Try and hug the outer shins in. Keep the heels lifted back into your chair pose. What? Squeeze your glutes. Keep the heels lifted. Bring your hands to the floor. Heels come down, forward, fold. Ooh, take a breath. Feel your legs. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, step back, jump back. Take a vinyasa of your choosing. Or you can skip it, or you can choose to just step back and go straight into downward facing dog. That is totally fine. All right, now the shoulders, hug the ribs in, hug the belly back. Send your right leg up into the air. Try and keep everything else nice and steady. Lengthen the outer left hip back. Yeah, give the right leg a little more juice. Press it up towards the sky. Take an inhale. Exhale your knee to your nose. Pull it in and round. Inhale, reach the leg up and back. So just like that, 2 more times. Knee to your nose, round. Inhale, reach the leg. One more. Pull it in, round, squeeze, and then look forward and step your foot between your hands. Just pull it right through, yeah. Warrior 1. Drop the back heel. Sweep up. Oh. Right, lengthen the left side forward as you press into the left heel. Right, especially try and get the outer edge of that back heel to press down. Oh, and then from that place, try and lengthen. Make sure you're not gripping in your face or in your neck, right? Things that could soften, try and soften. Take one more breath here, lifting the heart up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, releasing the hands down. Tuck the back toes. Sorry, spin onto the ball of the back foot there like you tuck. Step your front foot back, find your plank, and take a vinyasa. Right, and just notice the difference in your legs side to side. Right, warrior one. We held it a little bit, but right, feel the feels of that. Good, you guys. Okay. Send your left leg up into the air. Inhale it up. Yeah, lengthen the outer right hip back. Yes, and then give the lifted leg a little more lift. Take an inhale. Exhale, pull your knee in, round the spine, squeeze. Inhale, reach the leg up and back. Do that again. Touch your knee to your nose or your forehead. Inhale, reach the leg. One more time. Pull it forward, forward, forward. Step through. Warrior one, back heel down. Rise up. Okay. There's just a lot to do in this pose, so I don't necessarily talk about all the things, but really press through the back foot. Press the pinky edge of your back foot into the floor so you feel your back leg straighten. Right, try and lengthen the outer left hip back, right, so you feel a bit of squaring off forward. And lift up. Right, maybe the upper arms can move back a bit. Hug the rib tips in. How's your breath? Consider bending a little deeper into the front knee. Yes. Take one more inhale and exhale, releasing. Hands come down onto the ball of the back foot, step the front foot back, vinyasa. Don't vinyasa, right? Just notice your breath. Right, notice how your body feels. Maybe you sigh the breath out if you feel a little tension in your face, a little gripping around the jaw, the eyes. All right. Awesome. So, from here, really pressing back with the legs. We're going to slowly walk our hands back, 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 so that you're at the back of your mat. Grab your block. Okay, good. And it's going to go back between our ankles, our feet. Feet/ankles. You can, I'm going to go with this width for now, but you may want to go narrower so you have more to squeeze. We'll do it a couple of times so you can kind of get the feel for it. Okay. So,
how about if we do it right the first time?
Then you just keep it that way. And good on you, man. Good on you. Okay. All right, so first, the chair pose. Bend. I know. And reach. Yes. Okay, now we're going to squeeze that block and pick our heels up off the floor.
Oh.
And see if it doesn't feel a little easier to keep your, everything like centered. Slowly try and straighten your legs. Just like we did earlier, but now we're squeezing the block. Right? Do you? Okay. Well, you know what? Yeah. I mean, I like the stabilizing aspect of something to squeeze onto. So we're bending back down, even though I'm not saying that. And your hands are coming to the floor. Walk them forward and into a plank. Keep squeezing that block. Come on. Lower down. Hello, chaturanga. Come all the way down. All right. Keep squeezing the block. Bend your knees. Lift up. Maybe you can kind of tap your heels back there. Come down. Keep squeezing the block. Lift up. Heels. Woo! Come down one more time. Keep squeezing the block. Lift up. Heels. Come down. Whew. Take a moment. You need your block. Keep it. Plant your palms by your ribs. Press yourself back up. Knees plank or regular plank. Eventually regular plank. To down dog. Stretch. Stretch the back of you. All right. Walk your hands back, back, back. You can bend your knees if you like. And then really bend your knees for chair pose. Yeah. And pressing your eyes. And let it go. I think I'm okay with my block like this. Anybody want to switch their block around? We're going to do it one more time. Just for fun. But at the end of the next one, we're going to keep the block and try and hold it and jump our feet forward. So just FYI. We'll walk our hands back again, but we'll try and take the block with us forward. You know, just, so you're not going to flunk out of yoga if it doesn't work out, so it's okay. Don't worry. Okay. Chair pose. Utkatasana. So we do want our knees to stay as wide as our feet are right now. All right, so same, we're squeezing the block. Get my feet closer. Squeeze the block, peel your heels off the floor. Woo! So that really jazzes this up, right? So try and straighten your legs slowly. It's okay, right? It's fine if we fall, whatever. It's not a big deal. Come back down. And then we're going to bring our hands all the way down. To walk forward to plank. Walk our hands forward to plank. Keep squeezing your block. Almost touching the floor. Right? Let's come down. All the way down. All right, keep squeezing your block and your knees. I feel like I'm going to lose my block. Lift up, reach back, try and touch it. Seems very precarious right now. Let's do it again. Lift up, reach back, try and just tap your heels. Come down one more time. Press the pubic bone down. Bend your knees, reach back, tap. Come down. Okay. Make sure you have your block. Plant your hands by your ribs. We're coming back up. My shoulder. Here we go. I totally like sloppy press up. Back to down dog. So you're still squeezing your block, but just give yourself a breath or two to just feel that lovely stretch. All right. So this time, forward. Give the block a good squeeze. Yeah. It's okay. I don't know. Mine seems a little dicey, but we're going to do it anyway. Jump. I did it. Your feet to your hands. Surprise myself. Right. Inhale. Halfway lift. I feel my inner thighs. Exhale, fold. One more time, chair pose. Well, I don't know if that's really true, but we got a lot between our feet anyway. Press and rise. And release. Between my ankles, I guess. Okay. Just talk to you right now. We're going to stand sideways. Woo! This time we will parallel our feet for a classic Prasarita Padottanasana. So we'll start with the hands on the hips. Feet fairly wide. I like maybe a little bit wider. Our ultimate goal is to get the top of our head to touch the floor as we do this. So you need your feet, wide enough for that. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, hinge forward.
Right, hinging at the hips so the low back stays nice and long, crowning the head to the floor. Your hands can come to the floor so that your arms look like tripod headstand. They look like chaturanga. You'll have to pull your hands back. So the heels of your hands kind of line up with the heels of your feet. Exactly. As you let your head hang heavy towards the floor, lift your shoulder blades up away from the floor and lift your kneecaps up, pulling up through the legs. Take one more breath here. Inhale, lift up halfway, hug the belly to the spine. Bring your hands to your hips, come up the rest of the way. Heel, toe, heel, toe. Not quite all the way, but like halfway. Let's try an arm balance, shall we? Why not? Okay. So we've done this before. Titivasana, where we're going to try and snuggle in and ultimately pick our feet up and straighten our legs out in front of us. So we'll take a few breaths to kind of get in there, play around with the getting into the position process. So there's a little thing that you do in Ashtanga that we'll do, fun, sort of. And then we'll try the arm balance. But it just helps you kind of get in a little deeper so that the arm balance is a little bit easier. All right, so that said, we're trying to like squeeze ourselves between our legs. So it helps to bend your knees a little bit. Keep your hips up in the air and just let your torso come down between your thighs. Now, what I like to do is put my hands on the floor and kind of hook my elbows into my calves to help me get a little bit more in there. And you'll start to feel the stretch in your back and, you know, the stretchy places. Maybe bring your feet a little bit closer together because you want to start to feel a bit squeezed. Then put your left hand on your left calf and see if you can push on your calf and tuck yourself back a little more. So this is where you want to really start getting in there. Maybe the left foot can move a little more to the midline. And then same thing on the right side. Put your right hand and then try and tuck yourself behind your leg. Tuck yourself in. It's so stretchy. And you'll feel your belly squeeze, right? Yeah. Okay, so hands out. You can always hold on to your ankles. You want to try and pick your hips up into the air to squeeze yourself. But we're going to just turn in a circle. Just walk your feet around. You'll feel like a crazy bug. Yes, it's good for you. So you just walk around. Walk around. Oh my gosh. Harder than it seems. Tuck yourself in some more and then walk in the other direction. Your hips. Turn, turn, turn until you've made the whole circle. Take a second to catch your balance. See if you can tuck in a little more and then try and plant your hands behind your feet. Drop your hips just enough so you feel the backs of your legs on the backs of your arms, and see if you can pick your feet up and Titivasana. My inner thighs are so tired. My hips. Oh, right? Okay, take a quick breather. Titivasana is fun. You can cross your ankles and do Bhujapidasana. You can sweep your feet around and do Bakasana. Press up into a handstand. Go. I'll watch. I'll talk you through it. I'll talk you through it. It'll be great. I'll demo next time. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's like gymnastics. Pressing up into a handstand from there. I don't quite have that. Okay. So let's do a couple back bends. Then we'll do upside down time. Then we'll stretch a little bit, and then rotation. That's the plan. That's our roadmap. So I was thinking actually on our bellies, you're like bridge pose. And I'm like, well, maybe Dhanurasana. We were tapping our heels earlier in preparation. Everyone's favorite, the bow pose. Yes. So I'll say, I had a teacher named Bo, and he, like, it's not named after me. Like, really? Because we totally It's so funny. I love this sarcastic yoga teacher. So we'll do it a couple of times. If you have the juice to do 3 rounds, we'll do 3 rounds. If that just, your body is just like, you know, but let's try and at least get 2 and maybe 3. Okay, so let's reach back. Let's grab on. Okay. So forehead towards the floor. Curl the tailbone under. And I just like to come into it with the spine and I kind of not rotated, you know, neutral in that way. All right, here we go. Kick the feet back, lift your chest up. Oh, and then see if you can start to pick your thighs up off the floor. Press your shins back, hug the knees in. Oh, enjoy that stretch across your chest. Maybe the legs can lift a little higher. And then bring it all down. Whew. You can release the feet, the ankles for a moment. Soften. All right. So we're working to engage the upper back of scooping the shoulder blades on. We'll keep trying to press the pubic bone down so that we don't get too much into the lower back. So let's reach back. Legs close. Right, you want to kind of snuggle them in towards each other. Curl the tailbone under, and let's come up. Lift the chest. Kick your feet back to help lift your chest up. Scoop the heart through. Right? Use your shoulder blades to help lift your chest. Take one more breath. Awesome. Bring it down. Just notice what's working. You'll probably feel the length of the spine, the muscles along the length of the spine, I should say. Probably your glutes, maybe your hamstrings, shoulders. It's a big back body engager. All right, so if you have the juice to do this one last time, let's do one more. One more. Grab your feet, grab your ankles if you can. Tailbone under. Here we go. Inhale, kick the feet back. Peel the thighs up off the floor if you can. Right, pull your ankles up. Kick back, kick back. Not really. Scoop the heart forward and up. Right, press the pubic bone down. Take one last breath, lift everything up. Oh, and release it. Oh my goodness. Whew. Okay. All right, you can windshield wiper the shins, that is, side to side. All right. Just feel your heart beating. Try to appreciate the effects of the back bend. So good. All right, slowly, slowly, we'll peel ourselves off the floor and press back into child's pose. Whew, it's a big counter pose, so just take your time. See how your back feels. The muscles are hopefully squeezing as you do that, so you will feel that there's some work happening, or that did happen anyway back there. Just allow those muscles to lengthen. Take a moment. All right. Slowly, slowly, come on up. We'll give ourselves a couple of minutes to do something upside down. Right, this is a nice way to re-engage our abs after doing some, big back bends. But that said, if you're feeling a little fatigued and legs up the wall is a better option for you right now, feel free to do that. It's all good. But if you have the juice to do a handstand or a headstand, you know how to do that. Joe, you're doing handstands. Or whatever upside down you want to do. But you know how is my point. So whatever you feel qualified to do. You guys in here, at least I can keep my eye on you. All right. Yeah, so we'll just take a couple minutes, not super long time. I want to give us time to stretch before we shavasana ourselves. Okay, we'll pincha Mayurasana. Nice. Whew, I feel my shoulders. All right. Another minute or so. You're down and you want to come up one more time, or if you want to just hold up there, or maybe you feel like doing something with your legs, Raquel. Not that you have to, but just saying. All right, do this guy one more time. Oof. All right. If you are still upside down, let's slowly make your way to not upside down. And if you were doing headstand, do child's pose for a few breaths just to give your neck a chance to decompress. Yeah. It's good strengthening for your neck. All right. Very nice. Okay, let's sit. And we'll do a couple stretchy things. Take a twist. That'll be great. All right. So let's bring the legs out front. Sit nice and tall. All right. Straighten myself out. Reach up. Take an inhale. Exhale. Let's go forward. Grab your feet or your ankles or whatever you can reach. Inhale. Lift halfway back up. Exhale. All the way out. All right. Take a breath or two here. Try and find a little softening around the neck, around your eyes, your jaw. Again, relaxing the face. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, come up the rest of the way. All right, awesome. Let's bring the soles of the feet together. So if you like, you can give yourself a little bit of space. You don't have to have your feet all the way maximally in just yet, because we're going to come into not a super crazy twist, but a little bit of a twist. So I don't want you to feel like you don't have any room to move around. So let's just bring the hand, your right hand, kind of to the outside of your left foot, and just nice and easy. Left hand behind, lift your chest up, and slowly rotate. And just allow the spine to turn however much it's going to right now. Turn your head around towards your left shoulder. Take another breath here. Lengthen up towards the ceiling. Last little bit of twist as you exhale. And then gently bring it around to center. And take your time going to the other side. So just to the outside of your right foot with your left hand. Your right hand behind you, just to help you stay sitting up tall. So inhale to lift the chest, and exhale, rotating however much. Right, however much your ribs want to turn, your shoulders, your head. And keep your shoulders heavy, right? Relaxing down so you get an opportunity to stretch your neck. Breathe. Use your inhales to lengthen the spine. Your exhales to explore the twist. See if there's any more. Take one last breath here. And on your next inhale, turn the gaze forward. Exhale. Unravel. If you want to bring the feet in a little closer now for Baddha Konasana. Stretch your inner thighs, or your hips too. Lift up, inhale, and let's hold. Exhale. There's a lot of sensation, at least for me there is. Feel free to press down if you have the space for that on your legs with your elbows, your forearms, but just take your time, right? We did a little bit of stuff with the inner thighs today, so just, see how they feel as you're here. Breathe into that, breathe into the stretch in your hips. Notice whatever else you're feeling as you're here. And just breathe it in and breathe it out. Slowly, slowly, let's come back up, all the way up. Oh my goodness, okay. Let's bring the knees together. Take a breath here. And then we have a couple of minutes to do a hip stretch. So we, potentially needing to do both sides. We can't spend a ton of time. So I'm going to say maybe yogi's choice. If you want to stay sitting up, we can do a sukhasana or a double pigeon. If you're ready to lie down, you can do thread the needle or a reclined pigeon lying on your back. So think about that. It's not going to be the longest hip stretch you've ever been in. So just pick something, maybe something that you haven't done recently, and let's do the dang thing. Doesn't matter which side you do first. We'll do both, so it's all good. Can you use your breath to soften into this stretch? Notice how your hips are feeling tonight. Your outer hips, like the inner thighs technically are also, part of that whole hip complex, the pelvis and all of that. So just kind of notice how everything feels as you're here. Last couple of breaths on this side.
All right, take your time. Come on up or out, whatever you're doing. If you're lying down, just make sure you know which leg you have on top or in front. If you want to give your legs a quick shake, and then into side two. So as we do, try to match your two sides, but don't force it. See how the second side feels. Take your time. Whew. The hips, they always have something to say. So as you get into your stretch, again, use your breath. Soften your jaw. Notice if the breath gets shallow. Try and deepen it. Take a little bit longer inhale. A little bit longer exhale. Last couple of breaths. And slowly, slowly come on up. If you're already lying down, then maybe you're already there. If you want to come into happy baby, feel free. So if you're up, let's come down. Lie down. Oh, hug the knees, and yeah, happy baby, maybe kick out through the heels, straighten the legs, get a little more thigh stretch. Whatever's gonna help you soften into Shavasana. Right, now when you're ready, go ahead and extend the legs. I'm gonna dim the lights in here. But set yourself up however you'll be most comfortable. So if that means adding a prop, or putting your legs up the wall, or anything like that, I say go for it. And we'll just drop right in. Let everything go. Melt into the floor. Right, imagine you could just kind of let yourself be squishy. Squishy and soft and heavy. And relaxed. For Shavasana. begin to deepen your breath. You can wiggle your fingers, toes. And maybe stretch, reach the arms overhead, stretch the legs. And one last hugging of the knees in towards the chest. And we'll rock gently to the right side. You can pause there for a breath or two if you like, just easing your way out of Shavasana. And just that afterglow of the practice. Enjoy that. Come to sit, closing the eyes or keeping your eyes closed. Let's take a moment and settle in and just notice how you feel. Notice what's shifted, what's different from when you came onto your mat. Just appreciating, right? You took the time, you showed up, you worked hard, right? Just notice what that did for you. And bringing the hands to the heart, snuggling the thumbs into the sternum. Take an inhale, lift your heart to your hands. Exhale, gently bowing the chin. Grateful for this practice. Grateful for the goodness that it brings to our lives. Grateful for what else? What are you grateful for? Thank you for sharing practice tonight, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening, a wonderful week. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much. Thank you. Lovely. Let's see. Saturday there is 9 a.m. class and prenatal, but Saturday is 4th of July. So that's still happening, but then that's it for the day. There is a hike and yoga too up at the park. So we have a couple of things just early and then.
And how does that hiking class work?
Thanks,
You know,
Christy.
you're welcome. Thanks, Joe. Tell Girly hello.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye, Joe.
All right. Low power mode. Okay, let me end this sucker. There we go.